Hey folks, Surveyor Chef here with Minne-Florida Living, and another balmy day here in Minnesota. But what I'm here to talk about is we're going to make a Canadian bacon. I'm going to show you how to cure it, truss it, smoke it, and slice it. It's sure to be a hit at Easter dinner. Stick with us. Alright, step one, Canadian bacon. These ones have been curing in the fridge for 7 days, but I'm going to show you how I did it. Take 1 tablespoon of Tender Quick and 1 teaspoon of just regular old white sugar per pound of pork loin. So here I had a total of 7 pounds for it was a whole loin, you can imagine, like that. Just cut her in half. This one's about 4 pounds and this one's 3 pounds. So what I did, so you mix 1 tablespoon of Tender Quick and 1 teaspoon of sugar. Mix it all together in a bowl and then just put it on your hands and just rub it all over the loin, all over. Make sure everything's coated real nice and evenly. Then what I did is I vacuum packed it in these vacuum bags. It's just kind of real nice and neat and clean, so I like that. And then every day, once a day, just grab the pork loin, kind of massage it a little bit, flip it over, check and make sure there's no leaks. So yeah, that's the curing process. There's not much to it. The salt and the sodium nitrate in the Tender Quick is what's going to give it that nice pink color and texture of ham or Canadian bacon that we're looking for. So these have been brining for 7 days. I'm going to cut them open and put them in just some cold water for an hour, and it kind of takes away a little bit of that extra saltiness. So see you in a bit. So I took these loins out of the vacuum bag, gave them a quick rinse in cold water, but I just wanted to show you something before I put it in the cold water bucket to soak. Look at the color on that. That's the sodium nitrate, just giving it that nice pinkish ham look that we're really looking for. So I'm just gonna put these off to the side here. Grab my brine bucket, just drop these in some cold water and some ice cubes. It's cold enough outside here, so I'll just pop this baby outside for an hour. After an hour, I'm going to show you how to truss it, and then we're going to store it in the fridge overnight to develop the pellicle. I'll talk about that in a bit. Alright, here we are. These pork loins have been curing for 7 days, and I just had them in a bucket of cold water for an hour just to kind of take a little bit extra salt off of them. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to truss. What trussing does is it kind of gives it a nice uniform shape, and it helps cook evenly. So what we do first is I just take the string, slide it underneath to the end here, and I tie a surgeon's knot. So that would be just 1 time around. If you go 3 times around, pull it tight, and it'll hold. And then I just give it 1 more, like a double knot, to hold it. And then I call it a clove hitch. I guess if you ever tied up a boat to a dock, this is what I do, and it's kind of the same process. So you just take the string like this, take your left hand, flip it over the other string, put it underneath the loin, and then just shimmy it towards you, and then pull it tight. And I go about 1 inch spacing here, just like that. So if these were right close to each other, that'd be a clove hitch, but there's about 1 inch in between. So same thing, left hand over the string, put it under the loin, just like that, pull it tight. And you kind of help it along too to kind of give it that circular shape. So right at the end here, what I'll do is just go around the end here, kind of just hook this all together. I'll just do a double knot on the end here, and we'll be on our way. So you can see that's pretty close. I ended up with maybe 1.5 feet extra string. So we'll just get that cut. Just like that, a perfectly trussed pork loin. I'm gonna get the other one tied up, and we will get it on the rack, and I'll talk about the pellicle. Okay, we got our cured pork loin all tied up nice here. And what we're gonna do here, I've got it on a wire rack on a sheet pan, and I'm gonna put it in the fridge overnight to develop a pellicle. A pellicle is just a coating of proteins on the surface of the meat that will help the smoke adhere better and give it a nice golden outside to it. So, all right, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll get the smoker fired up. It's supposed to be nice out, so. All right, morning, folks. We're on day 8 of Canadian bacon here. So these have been chilling in the fridge overnight, and they got a kind of a dull sheen to them. That's kind of the pellicle I was talking about. But with this other one, I think I'm going to go a little crazy and make a little brown sugar. I got some orange zest and some pepper that I'm going to rub on there. So here I got a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. The orange zest is already in there. And 1 teaspoon of freshly cracked pepper. And I'm just going to kind of mix that up here. Alright, I'm going to take this little rub that I prepared, and I'm just going to apply it to the Canadian bacon here. You really don't have to go too crazy. Whatever sticks, sticks. That'll be good. Just enough to kind of give it a little different texture on the outside and a little different flavor. Alright, there we go. I'm just going to pop my probes in here. This is the Bluetooth thermometer I got. Works really slick. Alright, I'm gonna go start the smoker and we'll get this baby cooking. Alright, we're getting the smoker going here. Gonna use old trusty Rusty, the Brinkman. Thing's built like a tank. For fuel, we're gonna use charcoal. And for our smoke, we're going to use applewood. I get this applewood from a local orchard. I trade him some meat, and he's all more than happy to give me his trimming, so works great. It is really windy today, so we might have some fun getting some heat to the box here, but we're going to give her hell. Alright, we got the smoker going. We're going to pop these Canadian bacons on. Pork loin, they've been curing for 7 days. I'm going to try and get the box here up to about 200, 225. It's kind of windy, so it might be a little bit of a battle, but we'll smoke them to an internal temperature of 140, and we'll pull them, let them rest, and we will be eating good. Minnesota living at its finest right here. If you watch any of our other videos, you know that I'm up in Minnesota and Paul's down in Florida. That fool's probably sitting in his banana hammock right now, sipping sweet tea. Poor sucker. It's been about an hour. We'll just take a peek and see what we got here so far. Let's bring you over here so you can get a look. Look at the nice color on that. Nice golden brown. Oh man, it's gonna be tasty. The box is at about 200 degrees right now. It's fluctuating me 200 and 215. But we'll close her up and give her another hour maybe. They're at about 100 degrees right now, so. Okay, it's been 2.5 hours. Let's take a look and see what these Canadian bacons look like. They're at 140 finally. The wind is really messing me up, but we got her. And I'll take you in for a little peeky peek. Look at the color on that. Oh man, it's beautiful. Yeah, we'll just pull these out. Tent them a little bit and get them cooled down. Here we are. We brought the Canadian bacon in, and I put some tin foil over it just loosely and tented it for 10 minutes. And I'll let you take a little peek. Look at the color on that. Deep, deep mahogany. Great little crust texture on the outside. Nice and soft. It's going to be some beautiful stuff. That one's even shooting some juice out yet. Okay, if you want to just eat this, go ahead and cut into it. Slice it up. I think patience is a virtue, and I'm going to cool it down overnight and then slice it with the slicer. So, we'll see you tomorrow. Alright, here we are. Our Canadian bacon has rested overnight. We're just going to cut the trussing off and slice her up. Alright, we'll slice into this one and see what we got here, huh? Oh, look at that. Look at that beautiful pink color with the nice mahogany on the outside. A little tiny bit of a smoke ring on there. Oh man, it's going to be good. We're going to drop this in the slicer and get her all sliced up. Alright, we got the meat slicer set up. I got the slicer set for a 5mm thickness. We'll give her a few slices and see if we like that thickness. Alright, so that's definitely not 5mm, but look at that. That is beautiful. Nice thin. That'd be really good on a roll for a sandwich. So we're gonna move the meat slicer back a little bit here. Let's try that. Alright, that's the thickness I like. That's 5mm right there. So just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This size would be perfect for eggs Benedict or just with some eggs and toast. It'd be beautiful. Alright folks, Canadian bacon. We did it. Now we just got to taste it. I got this nice thin piece. I'm going to try that. Smoky. Little bit of salt. Not too bad because we soaked in that water. And the texture. It's got that ham texture. That's just on point. So this thin cut would be perfect on buns and that. This one, eggs Benedict, oh beautiful, about 5mm. And then this big thick dog, cube that up, throw in your Easter egg bake or split pea soup, be living good. I'm the Surveyor Chef with Minne-Florida Living. Thanks for watching.